What would you do if you woke up to a world where humanity was no longer in existence? My name is Wangu Kanja, and welcome to My Dignity Restored. Thank you. And the reason why I'm putting this question across to you is the more we keep quiet, or the more we don't speak out against sexual and gender-based violence, that's where we are headed. Remember, sexual and gender-based violence affects everything around you. It affects the development of the country, it affects education, it affects security, it affects the health system, it affects even our own well-being as human beings, but more so, it affects the family unit, which is the core to our community, to our society, and in that unit where we say it's sacred, it actually destroys who we are as individuals. If one person is affected, the whole family is affected, and if the whole family is affected, then it translates to the whole community is affected. If a girl is affected, then it means if a boy or girl is affected, then it means her education is affected, and we are looking at the dropout rate of school-going boys and girls is high in the country, and we need to ask ourselves, what solutions do we have for what is currently happening in the country? If I am affected and I'm a young person and I don't get the support that I need from either my family, the community, or even the country, I don't have an identity. And if I get someone who will listen to me with all my grievances, that means that person will give me an identity, and if they ask me to do anything, I will be bound because they have given me the ear, and they've also given me the space to express my anger and resentment, because that's what happens if you go through any form of sexual violence, but also other forms of sexual or other forms of gender-based violence. Looking at the development of the country, if a woman has been battered and she can go to work for a whole week, what does that translate to for that particular company? Because there are 5 days lost where she's unable to deliver or meet her targets, then that actually affects her output and might also affect the financial, it has a financial implication to the company. Looking at alcoholism, many of the survivors of sexual and gender-based violence use alcohol as a coping mechanism. So what does that mean to the family, to the society? Because we have more and more people using alcohol, not just like a social, like a normal thing that you would do during when you're chilling out with friends, or when you're having a conversation or on a business meeting. But people are using that to numb their pain. They're using that to feel that they don't have to worry about anything, but it's just for a minute or just for an hour, and then the problem does not go away. So the vicious cycle continues. Then you become an alcoholic. But we need to address the underlying problems and looking at all those components, because it moves from education to the development, to the economy or development of the country. We need to start the conversation, and we need to actually speak out and reach out as citizens, as a society, as a family. We actually need to make this conversation happen, because if we don't, then the chances of waking up to our